Hello, welcome to my rooftop in Seoul. The pollution today is poppin', as you can see, or as you can not see. There's actually mountains in the background, but you wouldn't know that right now. Anyway, I entered a film competition recently and did kind of well, and I feel like talking about it. So the competition is called the 48-Hour Film Festival, which is an annual film competition festival challenge thing in New Zealand where you get 48 hours to create a concept and execute a film, a short film. I've entered it 2 times before, once in like 2017 with a bunch of uni friends, and another time more recently in 2020 with my stepbrother, where we made a little horror film. If you want to watch those, I'll link it or something. And so I wanted to enter it for my 3rd year, but obviously I was in Korea, so I had to like ask for special permission to like still enter, and luckily they were all cool with it. But I didn't really have anyone to enter the competition with. I could have done it by myself, but then I would be filming and then acting and then edit and just like doing the whole thing, which is possible, but it would probably just not be a very enjoyable experience. So I went through my phone and looked for who I could message, and there was this one dude that I'd met at a photo walk once or twice, and I knew he was making films, and so I messaged him. I was like, hey dude, I know we've like hung out once before, but do you want to spend the entire weekend with me and make a film? And he was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. So come the Friday of the competition, and he comes over and we're waiting to hear the criteria that our film has to have in it. And we get told at 8 p.m. it needs a gatekeeper, it needs a whisper, and it needs a bird's eye view or a worm's eye view shot. And our genre was coming of age. So for that afternoon, that night, we were sort of trying to come up with a concept. It was not super successful for a while, and we were a little bit stressed. We decided to get dinner anyway and just like think about it. And it came to a point where David was trying to explain a concept to me, but he didn't quite have the words in English to like figure out what he wanted to say. So we were using a translator to talk a little bit. And he said, damn, I really wish like I could have like subtitles when I'm talking to you. It would make this so much easier. And I thought, you might be onto something there, actually, David. You might be a genius. That also got me thinking about it was a skit on some show about like interviewing the Taliban, where he had like...
Are they subtitles? They are, aren't they?
No.
Well, what do I need subtitles for? Can't you understand what I'm saying?
And we thought, hey, we could do something with this. And then I thought, oh, maybe we could do like dubbing, and so like anime dubbing instead. That could be even funnier. And I showed him Squid Game and the really terrible English dub that they have for Squid Game, and we thought that was really funny. And so that was the concept that we went with, that someone was going to dub their own voice so they could talk to someone. So that night we came up with a script and a storyboard for a film about a Korean guy who wants to talk to a... You're gonna do this now, huh? About a Korean guy that wants to talk... That's just not necessary. A Korean guy that wants to talk to an English-speaking girl, but he can't, so he tries to get some illegal dubbing on his voice to be able to talk to her. And that was what we settled with. And we pretty much did that all night. I think I got about 20 minutes of sleep that night, and then the next morning we went to meet up with the actors. I'd never met the actors before, but I trusted David and the people that he knew. And so we all met up around a little coffee table and had a talk about the film. And already I could sort of sense this was going to be really funny, because our main actor couldn't speak any English and our main actress couldn't speak any Korean. So when we put them together at the table, the conversation was already exactly like we wrote in the script. So these guys pretty much didn't even have to act, which was really funny and really exciting. And so on Saturday we just filmed all day. We had one area by the train station in Hapjeong. We went to Uljiro in the alleyways there for our crime scene. We went a little bit up to like where the river is going past Uljiro, and filmed until I think like 11 o'clock at night maybe. And we got all the filming done, which was really, really surprising. And we went home to upload all the footage. We just edited until the sun came up in the morning. I don't think either of us got any. So by Sunday morning, I was running on maybe like a quick 20-minute nap between the 3 days that we'd been awake, which was intense. But it was a lot of fun. But it all went good. We submitted the film in time and just waited for the heats and things to be announced. And we were really surprised with the results.
This team is a bit special. This film was actually shot in Seoul, in Korea, and it was a bit of a crowd pleaser. I hope you're here, Andrew Morris, because Daiso Run. Your son is from Daiso Run, isn't he?
He is.
And we're calling to let you know that they are a grand finalist in this year's Vista Foundation 48 Hours.
Oh, that's so exciting. Thank you so much for calling.
So we got selected for the Wellington City Finals, top 15 films I think it was, and also nominated for Best Director, Best Script, Best Production Design, Best Sound Design, Best Use of Element for Gatekeeper, and Best Use of Element for the Were My View. And also nominated for Best Director in the New Zealand Grand Finals, which was very shocking. We were all very chuffed with that because we kind of just entered it for fun over the weekend. Like we didn't even really know each other. Pretty darn groovy. And we ended up coming second place in Wellington City, which again was freaking cool.
Thank you very much for this.
So it's really nice to see it so well received by people. So thanks.
감사합니다. Yeah.
And then got moved on to the New Zealand Grand Finals. So yeah, that was us being top 16 films in the entire country. We didn't end up winning anything, which is totally cool because I'm just chuffed to get that far. And the team that beat us in the Wellington Finals also came second in the entire competition overall. So congratulations to them, they made a fantastic film. And I'm honoured to be like that close to the second place winners of the entire New Zealand competition. And so yeah, that was the whole thing. Even though we didn't win anything in the grand finals, I'm super happy to even get that far, especially from a team that came together Friday night, Saturday morning to make this film. I will be entering this competition again next year and the year after, and hopefully repeating the same successes that we had this year. We'll see. Anyway, here is the film. Thank you very much for watching. This is dubbed Made in 48 Hours with our little team of 4 people. Thank you.
엄마, 저 이번에 진짜 좋은 여자 만났어요. 제가 꿈에 그리던 여잔데, 아니 한국말을 잘 못해서 거의 대화를 우리 잘 못했거든요.
아 그게 사랑이요? 아, 대화를 못하는데 네가 어떻게 사랑에 빠지냐.
아 어쨌든 엄마는 몰라요.
Do you have any hobbies?
허비? 나 행복해.
Oh, okay. I don't think it will work. Wait.
나는 그것이 효과가 없을 것이라고 생각하지 않는다.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
엄마, 나 또 잘 안 된 것 같아요.
이놈아 내가 말했잖여. 말도 안 통하는데 괜히 외국 여자 따라다니지 말고.
진짜예요. 안에 확인해 보시고 사인하세요.
Excuse me.
Oh, hey.
There's so much I wanted to say to you. I didn't even get your name.
My name is Jasmine.
여보세요?
Mom, I had the most amazing date. You'll never guess what I...
너 지금 뭐라 씨부리는겨?